Hi, it's Jane with Scraptastic Yarns podcast. Let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. It might be a little bit better. I don't want to have to set up the lights today. Um, I did want to show you a couple of acquisitions I got. We recently changed our cable company package, so I had to take one of the boxes back to Williamsport. And after I had my class with the embroidery, I decided to stop over at Ben Franklin's. Now, I'm going to insert a little bit of the video at Ben Franklin's. For those of you that get motion sickness, you might want to skip about 8 minutes ahead, maybe a little more, because I didn't take my selfie stick with me, so it's kind of shaky. I'll try to stabilize it in the editing software, but thought I'd show you what my Ben Franklin looks like. Okay, we're at Ben Franklin's. You're fixing to find out why I like Ben Franklin's so much. Get all kinds of candles, pretty goods. Need a stuffed dragon. Get that here. Beautiful array of ornaments, toys, flowers. Need some baskets. Things to make your flower wreaths. Socks and underwear. All kinds of little lights. All kinds of different things. Lots of pretty scarves. Like I said, need some socks with puppies on them. Then we get all these pretty fabrics. And of course, pretty yarns. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And like I said, you can get a lot of different brands here. Some Bernat. Oh, now see, I hadn't seen this one. That's pretty. Gorgeous scarfies. And then of course you can get the James Brett Marble Chunky. How gorgeous that is. This is the one I made that sweater out of for that lady. And then there's good old Red Heart. That's what I'm after today, Red Heart. And you have a lot of sock yarns. And of course the homespun. We'll go down that aisle in a minute. And that's the yarn I was after. And then they've got, this is Lion Brand Pound of Love. And all these gorgeous colors. And there are a lot more pretties. This is Lion Brand's Wrap Star. Gorgeous. Number 3. I don't know, that looks awful thin. Looks a little more like a 2 to me. baby yarns of all kinds. Homespun in a cake. Now that's a pretty homespun, thick and quick. And then Red Heart Soft. Lots of pretty colors. The Fashion Soft. More baby yarns. Patterns. And this is Mary Maxim's Aspirin yarn. It's pretty. And of course you got these little fancy fun ones. I never know what to do with. Burnap blanket. And then we have another aisle. More Burnap blanket. Some Red Heart. Woolies, Premier Fair. Some Peyton's lace. It's really pretty. And of course then you can get these 1-pounders here. Karen. It's the only place I know of where you can get that real deep violet. Purple. Patton's Glam Stripes. Isn't that pretty? Look at the sparkle. Mary Maxim Starlet. I've used the Starlet before and I like it. It's not a bad price, $2.99 in the store. Purples. Call it royal purple. Sparkle yarn. I like the feel of that. Lion Brand Tweed Stripes. Patton's Astra. Boston Style. I don't think I've seen this one before. It's a cute little yarn. Little bitty. It's called Party. It has 66 yards. Gotta buy a lot of that to make anything. Deborah Norville. And again, Red Heart. Lots and lots of Red Hearts. Fun Fur. Look at that pretty pulling yarn. Calling that Carnival. Yeah, that looks like a carnival. Karen Simply Soft in lots of varieties. And then there's patterns and all kinds of things for tatting and crochet, knitting. They have a lot of the cord type stuff you can use. Pretty ribbon yarns. Shawl pins. Clovers. That's pretty hooks. And then of course you've got the Red Heart Scrubby. And this one's interesting. Mary Maxim Scrub It. And Sparkle Scrubby. I don't like the feel of that one either. And Lots of sugar and cream. Have some nice pretty cones. And then clover hooks. But here's, needles. But here's the thing I like. They also carry the chow goo. And I like the chow goo. More fabric. Fabric, fabric. And they have all these pretty little yo-yos, purse handles. There's a lot of things you can find in this store. Need hoops. Lots of hoops. Full size glue sticks. And lots of felts, different colors. Nice big yardage. They carry the ceramic tree lights. Doll bodies. Can't get into dolls. And then they still have the team. And they have a lot of the unforgettable boutiques. They have some organic cottons. And then they have some macrame cord. And have all these lovely yard items. A wall of lace. All kinds of pretty laces. Down there are ribbons. Gnomes. I'm fixing to go into the fabrics and find some fabrics. Hope that wasn't too nauseating. I did stop there mainly because I had ordered some fabric out of the catalog that was very nice, pretty, dark blue background with hibiscus, and that was through one of the assistant managers, and the manager canceled that order because hibiscus is out of season. Since when? It's like flamingos. Those are never out of season. So, no hibiscus there. But I did stop because many times they have a lot of fabrics that are really marked down really heavy, and I'm able to pick up some innards of the bags, fairly decent rate. So I did get this pretty little swirl pattern and that pretty little batik swirl, and then got a real pretty purple, shades of purple. Cover my face up, maybe that'll, there we go. But while I was over there in that clearance section, what did I happen to see? But some beautiful batiks, and this first one I saw was this one with my sugar skulls. Look, there's a piece of yarn. So, you know, I knew I was going to get it, and that was the last little piece they had of that. And then I found another one, and it's the batiks, and I got all of it. You know, I love my sugar skulls. And then, as I was looking for some other fabrics, I thought, Well, maybe they'll have some other hibiscus. No. But I found this beautiful fairy fabric. Fell in love with it. So there will be some bags eventually, because we'll discuss that in a minute. And then I found this. Now I have called it Pegasus. I do know it is a unicorn, but I'm calling it Pegasus. Flying unicorn, whatever. And then of course, I remembered I hadn't showed you this fabric that I got when I was at Hoover's, when I was getting more of the turtle fabric. And it's some snowmen. And then this real pretty Christmas fabric. I know, Randy, we're not supposed to say the C word. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Christmas is coming. So, and then I have a big 55-gallon tote full of Christmas fabrics that I have not used. Look at that piece of thread. So, you know, I've decided I'm kind of going to take it low on the Christmas fabrics until I use some of it up, unless it's absolutely adorable and I cannot walk away from it. So, I still had to travel a little further to get to the X Infinity store to turn in our cable box. And I decided, well, Michael's is on the way. Michael's has yarn on sale. So I went in to see. Now this Michael's, to me, is one of the worst ones for yarn. They had a couple of things on clearance, but they weren't really what I call clearance prices. And with the exception of, I did find 2 of the Caron Simply Soft in Blue Mint. And those were $1.70. So I did get both of those. Then I stopped and got some stitch markers. Because, as you know, I like to make stitch markers to include with the bags when folks purchase a bag. I did have one lady that asked me to make some 18-inch doll sweaters. And I did make 2 for her granddaughters. But she wasn't at the embroidery class, so I guess I'll have to wait till next month to give them to her. And in the meantime, I'll probably take some scraps and make a couple of other sweaters, a couple other things for her. I'd purchased the Nurse's Scrub pattern from Adoring Doll Clothes, adc.com. And I'll leave the link down below. Beautiful patterns for 14.5-inch dolls, 18-inch dolls. I gave her a shout out last week, but patterns, they're lovely patterns, so I just decided to do that. This was one of them that was a freebie, I think. And I thought I'll give it a try. I do have some patterns. I like this pattern. But one of the other patterns I have, the sweater is a little too big for an 18-inch doll. I tried this on my 18-inch doll and it fits very well. So I do like this pattern. Eventually I will be buying more of those because I do like making the doll clothes. You know, granddaughters, 18-inch dolls, that kind of thing. My husband I thought we had already donated my Mountain Dalla blanket, but this blanket was in a box. So apparently I didn't donate it, so I will be blocking it again because it was bunched up in a box. I will be blocking it again and then donating it, possibly. Not sure where I'm going to donate it to, but I do plan on donating it. We have some neighbors that are moving in next door, and it is one of the houses that my husband had fallen in love with, and the woman that lived there, we kept an eye out for her, to make sure that she was okay when she was living in the home. She is now in a nursing home, but the family did sell the home to friends of theirs. They were from Boston, and they had to come in and they had to do a lot of work on the inside of the house, and still are. They had to completely rewire the house because it's not been updated since 1900s. So they couldn't even get insurance on the house without it being updated. They're in the process of doing that. But yesterday afternoon we came home, and it's a big lot, has a lot of trees, had a lot of bushes. It had kind of become a little natural habitat for many of the rabbits that run wild around here in Lock Haven, as well as squirrels and a red hawk or two. And well, they have been, for the last 2 days, doing some drastic trimming to the trees, and I understand that needs to be done, needed to be done. But they took out all the bushes and all the things along the fence line, and now our little rabbit has no place to sleep in the winter. It's one of those where the branches kind of hung low so that when there was snow on the ground he could burrow in there and sleep. So poor little bunny's gonna have to find a new house, new place to dwell, but it looks naked. And the prayer shawl pastor, Pastor Susan, she had told me about the people moving in, and they went to school with them, remained friends, and she said, I think you're gonna like them. I told my husband last night, I don't think I'm gonna like them. Because of how much, cleanup that they're doing, and it just looks funny. We've been here 14, 15 years, and now they did some maintenance and some landscaping over there during the years, but they kind of let it do its own thing, create its own natural habitat. So it looks like they are doing deforestation over there at the moment. I know it'll be fine, but it's one of those that you're like, oh my goodness, what are they doing? And I do know that they have 4 dogs, so they are going to have to do some fence work, put up a fence. But it just looks so naked, naked. Can't stand it. Oh well, I'll be okay with it. I also did want to talk about the issue with YouTube. A couple of the folks have stated, well, if it's, to protect the children, I'm all for it. That is not why YouTube is putting these new rules in place. Perhaps a lot of you didn't understand what YouTube got fined for. It's because they were putting ads on videos that targeted children. And they were data mining that information. That is what they got fined and in trouble for. So they are now putting it on the creators' laps as to how they're going to continue to keep their money and do that. I've had some folks comment about, well, you know, I think it went all to pot when they started doing this thing with money, and people are doing the same things over and over. And, you know, oh, now it's all about a money grab. No, not really. I have heard comments from other people, you know, they're just going to take their dolls or their little things down. They ever become monetized, and that'll be the end of it. And anyway, those YouTubers are making buku money. No. In order for you to even get a check, to get money, you have to pass a threshold of $100. That's a lot of viewing time subscribers have to view. Not a problem. I've gotten 2 payments. They were both of them just above $100. This month there probably won't be a payment. It probably won't happen till next month, towards the end of the month, and that's fine. But like I said, a lot of us use that to get better equipment, to do things, to help pay for giveaways, those kind of things. I will say someone that's probably got 100,000 subscribers plus, they probably do clear, you know, probably $500-600 a month. Some of them a little more because people watch their videos longer and will watch all the way through the commercials. But I did go in and check with Google AdSense, because that's who YouTube pays you through. It does look like they're going to put up a section where we can actually dictate some of the commercials that we want to have played on our channel or approved to play on our channel. Before they were just, you know, generalized categories like sexuality, sex aids, black magic, astrology, let's see, health, you know, pretty generic, that you could say those are allowed, these aren't allowed. But it looks like they have now created something where we can actually go in and be a little more specific. So I am looking forward to delving into that a little bit more. And maybe that'll solve a lot of the issues for the YouTubers who do get monetized. I'm hoping it does. It may not. But, you know, I'm willing to give it a try and see where they're going. It's not that I don't enjoy, you know, doing these things. But I know a lot of people who, you know, like, for instance, Granny D. I love listening to her read. I have enjoyed Fiber Spider's reading channel, as well as some of the other folks' reading channels. And I will tell you, I have noticed a couple of YouTubers that when I'm watching their videos, like Summer of Summer's Tips and Stitches. Sorry, Summer. It's a rough day. Summer's Tips and Stitches. That when you see these things along the side, there are a lot of child craft-oriented videos off to the side. I also see that whenever Brenda of My Pugiful Life, hers always have just children's videos off to the side that are recommended. I don't know what that's about, unless her and Ember use the same, I don't know how they use the same channel. Because I know Ember has her own channel. I do know that, so Maddie, who has a YouTube channel of Summer's, Summer's daughter. So perhaps that's why it is, because they notice that the IP address is the same for both of those accounts. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. So I just thought I'd share a couple of those acquisitions. And I just wanted to show off those fabrics, those sugar skulls, and the fairies, and the Pegasus. Oh, I'm in love. Okay, folks, I'll see you again soon. I know I kind of rambled about nothing, but I'll see you again soon. Everybody, remember, choose kindness.